Seoul, South Korea. The silence of HYBE Corporation is under sharp scrutiny after growing outrage from ARMY, the global fanbase of BTS, who accused the agency of failing to treat Kim Taehyung, V, fairly. What began as quiet speculation has erupted into a worldwide movement, with millions demanding answers and transparency from one of the most powerful companies in K-pop. For fans, HYBE's refusal to address allegations of unfair treatment toward Taehyung has become more than a PR strategy. It feels like a wound. Their silence cuts deeper than words, wrote one fan in a viral post. Across Twitter/X, hashtags such as #ProtectTaehyung and #JusticeForV have trended globally, transforming disappointment into a coordinated campaign of resistance. The controversy intensified after fans highlighted disparities in Taehyung's promotions compared to other members of BTS. While he has been highly visible at international fashion shows, his music projects and collaborations appear stalled. Supporters argue that HYBE's lack of attention to his artistry is not only unjust but damaging to his career. "We miss his voice, not just his image," a fan from Mexico told local media. Cultural experts say the crisis exposes a deeper tension in K-pop management. "Silence in the face of fan unrest is not neutral. It is provocative," said Professor Lee Ji-hoon of Yonsei University. "It sends the message that the company is unwilling to engage, and that only magnifies the anger." He added that ARMY's mobilization reflects a new era where fans act as watchdogs rather than passive consumers. HYBE has yet to release an official statement, but the consequences of its inaction are already visible. International media outlets from CNN to The Guardian have picked up the story, framing it as part of a wider debate about fairness, transparency, and the human cost of global stardom. Meanwhile, financial analysts warn that prolonged silence could erode investor confidence, noting fluctuations in HYBE's stock price since the controversy broke. On the ground, ARMY's campaigns have spilled beyond digital spaces. Fan collectives have funded billboards in New York, Seoul, and London bearing messages of solidarity. "Protect Taehyung, Justice for V." Petitions demanding accountability have gathered hundreds of thousands of signatures, underscoring the scale of the movement. For many supporters, the issue is larger than Taehyung alone. It represents the struggle for artistic freedom in an industry often criticized for its rigid control over idols. "This is about respect for Taehyung and for every artist who deserves to be heard," said a fan spokesperson in Tokyo. As pressure mounts, the question now is whether HYBE will finally respond. To speak could risk confirming suspicions, but to remain silent may continue to sharpen the sword that fans say is already cutting deep. Either way, the company faces a pivotal moment, one that could redefine not only its relationship with Taehyung, but also its legacy in the global entertainment industry. Industry observers warn that the controversy could have lasting consequences for HYBE's carefully cultivated reputation. Once hailed as the company that broke barriers and introduced BTS to the world stage, HYBE now risks being defined by accusations of control and neglect. "The trust between agency and fans is fragile," explained Dr. Amanda Liu, a media scholar at UCLA. "Once broken, it is incredibly difficult to rebuild." For BTS as a group, the situation is particularly delicate. While each member is pursuing solo activities, ARMY continues to see them as a collective. Any perception that one member is being sidelined or mistreated risks fracturing the unity that has defined the group's success. "If Taehyung is not given the same opportunities, it reflects on the group as a whole," said one fan in Brazil. The scandal is also reshaping global conversations about the K-pop system itself. For years, critics have highlighted issues of artist autonomy and restrictive contracts, often referred to as slave contracts. The allegations surrounding Taehyung have reignited these debates on an unprecedented scale, pushing them beyond Korea to international headlines and policy discussions. Meanwhile, human rights organizations are beginning to take note. Several advocacy groups in Europe and North America have referenced the case in broader campaigns on labor rights in the entertainment industry. If momentum continues, the controversy could become a catalyst for policy changes not only in South Korea but in global entertainment regulation. Financially, the risks are mounting. HYBE's silence has already rattled investors, and analysts caution that brand partnerships may hesitate to move forward if the agency is seen as unstable or ethically questionable. With BTS often serving as ambassadors for global brands, the stakes extend far beyond the music industry. For ARMY, however, the movement remains deeply personal. At its core is a desire to see Taehyung respected, supported, and free to express his artistry without constraints. Until HYBE addresses those demands, the voices calling for justice for V show no signs of quieting down. In fact, with each day of silence, the chorus only grows louder, a reminder that in the modern era of fandom, silence can cut sharper than any word. As the storm rages on, the world continues to watch. For some, the controversy is about corporate responsibility. For others, it is about the personal dignity of one artist. Yet for ARMY, it is something far greater, a matter of love, loyalty, and the promise that no voice will ever be silenced. Whether HYBE chooses to break its silence or remain behind closed doors, the impact of this moment will echo far beyond Taehyung's career. It will shape the future of K-pop, redefine the relationship between fans and agencies, and determine how history remembers the world's most influential boy band. For now, one message resonates louder than any corporate statement: protect Taehyung. Justice for V. And until that call is answered, the silence will continue to cut like a sword. In many ways, this controversy has become larger than one artist or one company. It has become a mirror, reflecting the fragility of stardom and the immense power of collective voices in the digital age. What was once dismissed as fan chatter has now transformed into a global movement, reshaping conversations about fairness and freedom in the entertainment world. Taehyung, at the heart of it all, remains both silent and luminous, a symbol of resilience in an industry built on perfection. His silence, unlike HYBE's, is interpreted not as avoidance but as strength, a quiet endurance that only deepens the loyalty of millions. For fans, defending him is not only about protecting an idol, but about protecting the humanity behind the fame. And so the narrative continues, unresolved, but far from forgotten. Every day of HYBE's silence sharpens the urgency of ARMY's demand. Every headline, every petition, every digital billboard adds weight to the question the world is now asking. Will justice be done, or will silence define this chapter of K-pop history? International analysts say the controversy has exposed a new dynamic in the relationship between agencies and fans. What once functioned as a one-way system of control has now been disrupted by the collective voice of millions. This is a new reality, said Dr. Amanda Liu, a media scholar at UCLA. Fans are no longer passive. They are active stakeholders in the careers of their idols, and their influence can no longer be ignored. The ARMY's ability to mobilize demonstrates the unique power of digital communities. With coordinated campaigns, translations across dozens of languages, and a united message, the fandom has managed to keep Taehyung's name at the top of trending lists for weeks. This level of global coordination is unprecedented, and it underscores why HYBE's silence is perceived as both dangerous and unsustainable. Meanwhile, industry insiders suggest that other entertainment companies are watching closely. The way HYBE responds, or fails to respond, may set a precedent for how agencies handle future controversies. If HYBE shows that silence can outlast a storm, others may copy this approach. If it backfires, it will force the entire industry to rethink its strategies, explained Park Sung-hoon, a Seoul-based entertainment analyst. The uncertainty has also fueled speculation about Taehyung's own future. Fans question whether he will eventually speak out, pursue independent projects, or continue under HYBE's current management.